All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is the Pennsylvania VFW podcast. My name is Walt Hartnett, your host. I'm sitting here with the department commander, Nate Smith. We just got done the C of A here at the state commander's testimonial, and we wanted to, do a quick touch base. We did it after the last C of A, and we said we promised we were going to have another conversation here. So, Commander, welcome to the podcast again, as always.
Oh, thank you.
Good deal. So, kind of talk about the testimonial, the state commander's testimonial. What is it? What are we doing here, and what's going to be happening tonight?
Okay, actually, testimonial is opportunity for the have camaraderie with the commander, and to basically thank him or her for their great service to the organization.
Absolutely. And we wrap into that. We do a C of A, which is the Council of Administration, right? That's what C of A stands for. And that's all the district commanders. We get, all the programs some programs I don't even know about. I've been doing this for a while, and there's still people stand up, like the arthritis and diabetes. And I'm like, I always forget about that program that we need to be doing stuff for. But kind of go into that. Like, what do we hear about today?
Okay, the thing is, the council administration is actually the main focus of the VFW. They actually they make the decisions for the organization, and we actually have every chairman get up and give a report on the programs that the VFW promotes, and so then it gives the body the opportunity to make motions, pass them for the benefit of veterans and their families.
Yeah, this is really the room where the decisions are made. I always make jokes. John Getz is up there with the checkbook, but really these are the guys who are signing the checks, who are authorizing John to sign those checks. We did a lot of good things in here. There was a lot of lively discussions. So we were talking about guidons for a good bit. So I mean, there's a lot of discussions. There's pay raises for those who are working for the employees of the PA VFW. So a lot of important stuff is done in this room. And it's interesting because I'm back here. I have no voice. It's interesting to be a fly on the wall and kind of see how it's done. And I think, senior vices district should probably do that. If you're taking over, like I'm lucky next year, I'll be taking over for Jim Manser. So I'll have a voice. I'll be in here, but it's invaluable that I actually get to be here this year and kind of see what's going on, at least as my perspective. So OTIs are done. We had a bunch of great OTIs over the summer. I think we hit record numbers as far as the people attending. So go a little bit about that. Talk about, what we got there out of that.
Yeah, actually, the Officers Training Institute gives the opportunity for post commanders and their officers to attend. And sometimes there's a fallacy as far as what it's for, because some commanders think, oh, it's only for new officers. And that's not true.
Yeah.
The thing is that every single year there's new changes in this organization. Each state commander has their own program, regarding membership. A good example is, what we've had in the past is pay to play.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, pay to play is not in my venue. I look at the hard work that these posts put into community relations, Voice of Democracy, Patriots Pen, okay, veterans, military service, supporting our troops.
Nope.
Okay. And the thing is that what most people have to understand is these not only help our veterans, it helps our troops that are deployed. So that's why we need, we need donations in these organizations.
Yep.
Okay. In these programs. And in return, they pay off, because a good example is in 2018-19 under, Commander Hanses. Okay. We had the Voice of Democracy, which is grades 9 through 12. We had a senior that actually they went from the post level to the district level to the state level and then to national, and won the national scholarship of $30,000.
$30,000 scholarship. Big number.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I do appreciate the fact that, when we had those first calls, I was on those calls when we were talking about what your all state was going to look like this year. We were on those calls, and a lot of things were put in. Like you said, you didn't want pay to play. You didn't want somebody to be able to throw $500 and not have to be involved with their schools, or not have to. And you don't have to get 10 or 12 applicants. You need one.
Yes.
You need one. That's it. I mean, my post alone, I think we throw $750 at it. We give $500 to the winner of our Patriots pen, and $250 to $250 for our Patriots pen, and $500 for the Voice of Democracy. And it's nothing, but it motivates people to do it for next year. I already have people, people come in second. They want to, try again. Of course, the more people you have do it, the more you can put up to the district. I think it's for every 15 that you have go to your post, you can put one up to the next level. So it's an interesting, program. I like the program. I enjoy it. I enjoy getting the kids involved, and I'm glad that we did that. But to your point, if you don't have an entry on October 31st, or you don't turn it into your district, whenever your district has those gradings, that's going to be the determination of whether or not you're going to make All State and All American, because All American is no pay too.
Right, that's correct.
Yeah. So you have to do this program on October 31st. We're going to know the number was going to go from 400 posts that might be eligible to win All State down to whatever that number is of who gets the entries.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that separates the best from the best.
There you go.
Because as far as I'm concerned, we want the community to know that we are interested in the students.
Yeah.
In these programs. We are interested in helping our troops.
Yeah.
And in return, most what we're here for is veterans and their families. But what I said, it all comes together, because once you serve in the military, you're a veteran.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't matter if you served, 4 years or 24 years, you're a veteran.
Yeah.
And that's why we welcome veterans, all veterans that are eligible to be in this organization, the oldest organization, 122 years.
Absolutely.
Okay. Of excellence. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that, the public knows that we're not a smoke-filled bar.
Yeah.
I mean, that's of the past. Okay. And like I said, we're more so a family-oriented organization, because we work hand in hand with our auxiliaries. And the auxiliaries support the VFW.
Yeah.
So that's how we become a family.
Yeah. I know we didn't talk about it beforehand, but it just dawned on me because I saw Amy walking out of here, and something that just happened last weekend, the women's veteran retreat. I know you got a chance to go to that. That was your one of your honors. You get to go and speak to the women veterans there. Go a little bit about, what you saw there, what that was like.
Well, it's amazing because we had 83 female veterans.
Yep.
And that was for the purpose of showing them a good time.
Yeah. And
not only showing them a good time, but letting them know what their benefits are, for their service.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was amazing because we had our veteran service officer there, and actually got 6, comrades, because comrades are comrades, whether male or female. Okay.
It saves us from saying he and her and all the other things.
That's
comrades, universal. I love it.
Right. So the thing is, actually 6 of them was able to get veterans benefits.
That's beautiful.
And there was like 15 other applications that was taken.
Yeah.
So once you get your foot in the door, then, it's a matter of, getting rated.
Yep.
Okay. So, but if you don't get your foot in the door, and, right now we have what's called category 7 in the veterans, in the VA.
Yep.
Okay. Is non-service connected disabilities. If they close the door on category 7s, then these comrades are going to have to prove every place they've been, prove through medical records and stuff like that. And we're going to go back to Vietnam.
Yeah.
Where our Vietnam vets fought 40 years for their benefits. And I don't want to see that happen.
No.
These comrades, they're volunteers.
Nope.
But they don't have a choice where they go.
No.
Their orders sends them there. And it's normally by legislators making that choice.
No.
So what I want to make sure is when you send them, they never come back the same.
Yep.
And the important thing is when they come back, that they're welcome and they're helped, because we got 22 veterans a day taking their lives because they don't know which way to turn. That's why we, as the veterans of foreign wars, okay, have a motto. Nobody does more for veterans than the veterans of foreign wars.
Yeah.
It's a proven fact. We have 29 veteran service officers that are readily available to help veterans.
Yep.
All they have to do is ask. That's
Yeah.
it.
We just hired. I mean, the motion was made to hire one, and we to hire a person we don't even know the name of yet. But we approved it to hire more because the need is out there, and so great. The one thing I appreciate about the woman's veterans, it's twofold. One, it's open to every veteran. It's not you have to be a VFW eligible. If you are a female veteran, if you've never went anywhere, if you were stateside your entire 3 years that you served, you are eligible to come to the women's veteran retreat. It's very important to have your voice in that room. I saw them doing self-defense. I know they took it. It was up at the State College. So they found some museum. They went and did a tour of the museum. And, I think Amy told me that the biggest complaint that they had from it was there was too much food, because there was so much waste of food, I guess, around, that was the big, and if that's your chief complaint, then, that's a good chief complaint to have. But I just thought about it when I saw Amy, and I really like that program. Post, I encourage you. I mean, mind you, I think the next one's going to be in March. I haven't even asked Amy because I know she just got done the last one. I know she's probably already thinking about the next one, but I'm not even harping on her yet. But make a donation. Throw a couple $100 at Amy's way. She's up there at she's the assistant adjutant. She's right up there in Harrisburg. You can reach out to her. She'll tell you exactly how to do it. I know she's already been to my district. Asking for funds, soliciting funds from the districts. That way they can start paying for next year's, women's retreat, which is going to be great. They're already thinking that way. So I encourage Post to get involved and to help out. And if you know a female veteran, let them know about it. Encourage it. Let's push it up. There was 80 something there this year. Let's see how many Amy can handle and really try to push that number up. So we got a nice military ball tonight. I got my suit upstairs, all pressed, all ready to go. I didn't want to pull out my dress blues. I don't think I'd fit in them. I thought I'd embarrass myself, but we got a nice ball tonight that we're going to have to honor you. I'm really looking forward to that. And then after that, we're going to have a little break, and then we have a Midwinter Conference.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about Midwinter Conference, and do I skip Voice of Democracy? Or we
we talked about.
Okay, good deal. Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about Midwinter Conference and when that is and what we're going to be doing there.
Okay, actually, Midwinter Conference is, I believe it's the 20th to the 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay,
January,
January. And believe it or not, this is the most important conference that you can go to, because this is where we branch off. We set up, classes.
Yep.
To help, whether you're a quartermaster, you're an adjutant, or you're a post commander. In other words, these are the classes that you need to attend. These are the classes that talk about your bylaws.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have any questions, this is the conference that you need to attend.
Exactly.
Okay. So, and then we also, at this conference, we have the Voice of Democracy banquet.
Yep.
Okay. And this is where we honor the students throughout the state.
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said, we go from 25 students down to the top 5, actually.
Yep.
Okay. And then naturally the first place goes to national.
Yep. And what's our first place? 10,000. I'm trying to remember the number what we give for first place. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I believe it's 10,000.
I believe so too. Off the top of my head, I think it's 10,000 for the winner of Voice of Democracy, and then there's also a Patriots Pen winner as well.
Right.
And just so you guys know the difference, in case I'm throwing these terms out, Voice of Democracy is high school students 9th through 12th grade. Patriots Pen is middle school students, pretty much 6th through 8th grade.
That's correct.
There's 2 different themes. I don't have them written down here in front of me, but there are 2 different themes. You can find them if you Google VFW Voice of Democracy. It's going to pull up the webpage. You can find the application. You can find everything you need to know. If you have a problem finding a VFW that's participating that you want to get to, please reach out to me directly on Facebook, or you can call up the state headquarters and they will help you find a post that you can get your entry. So, I know I've heard stories of some posts don't do the program. I can't control that, but I want everybody who wants to do it to get involved and to submit it. So if you're hearing this and you're a high school student, you have a high school student, tell them to put their application in. I just talked to my niece the other day because she's a high school student and she's interested now because she's really good. She's a brainiac, and I was like, look, you need to be doing this. And I've never even asked her before, which something on me. I think about do this stuff all the time. So that's Midwinter, and Midwinter is a good time. I'll tell you, the parade of winners. Because the district commanders come in, they parade in, their winner from their district. It's an awesome sight. Sure. It's one of those things that when you see, you're like, this is cool. This is, we're all standing up, we're applauding for them. The winner reads their essay, in front of us. It's a very good. I mean, we didn't have it last year because of COVID with Ron's year, but the year before we had it, and it was a good time. And it was probably the first conference I ever went to was a Midwinter. All right, so. Right now, membership, 82.7. Yep. We got, getting on John Ott, trying to get this last 17.3%. I know he has a lot of inventive ideas, but, give me your thoughts where we're at membership-wise and what we're going to be doing over the next couple months here.
Well, see, the thing is, the last 18 months, we're basically tied down. We're restricted to what we can do. Finally, we're back out there, and we're setting up recruiting events. We're helping post, basically be trained for recruiting. Okay. Yeah. And it seems like it's paying off because, I'm actually basing our year off of 3 years ago.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah. And right now I think we're on track.
Yeah.
Okay. In 2019-20, okay. This time that year, we're like 77.9%.
Yeah.
We're 82.7 right now. So, I have a challenge coming up, and that's going to be basically put on the website.
Yeah.
And for November.
Yeah, right here.
Yep, exactly.
Commander's Challenge, coming out. And to your point, and John mentioned it today during our briefing, 11,000 continuous members that we need to get in. We're not going to make this with new members. We're not going to make this number up at 82%. We got to find those members that have fallen off the unpaid lists, and we got to start working them. We got to start getting them in. That's where we're deficient right now. Because to your point, we probably did more fairs and more organizational things in the beginning of the year than I've ever seen before. And that's why it's startling when we see we're this far, we're with this number, but it really is bringing the guys our customers. Right. We're not going to solve this with new customers. Right. We got to go with our current customers.
Absolutely.
So I pushed, the post commanders, they're having a call list. I pushed get in touch with people and try to get them to renew. You can renew early, even if you're not due till February. You can do the renewal now, and it will still not be effective till February. So you'll get those extra added months in. So it's important. But yeah, so your contest, I wanted to make the announcement here. So the state commander has laid out a membership challenge to all VFW posts in Pennsylvania. During the month of November, from the 1st through the 30th, the top 3 posts grouped in divisions 1 through 6 and 7 through 11 will receive one life membership to be awarded to any member of that post. So we're giving away 6 life memberships. All right, 3 in division 1 through 6 and 3 for division 7 through 11. And the reason we did that is because some posts that depend on how big the posts are. So it was one of those things. So it's the highest percentage increase in reinstated or renewed members. So we're going to take the numbers on November 1st. We're going to, me personally, I'm going to be trying to put it out every couple of weeks on where everybody stands so we can see, hey, bring up there, hey, it's a challenge, get it, come get it. And that's up to a $450. You hand it to your youngest member. I mean, if I won this contest, I'd look at my youngest 30-something-year-old member and I'd be like, you're getting a life membership. I'm not giving it to the 80-year-old guy now. I'm giving it to the youngest one and letting him run with it and take it that way. So what was the inspiration for this? And, what do we hope to gain here?
Well, hoping to gain new members.
Of course.
And the thing is, we want younger members in the organization. And one thing that I want to make sure that everybody understands is we're not trying to push older vets out.
Yep.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to transition this organization from the Vietnam era to the Persian Gulf era. And the reason why I say Vietnam, because Vietnam vets are keeping this organization together. which, believe me, I appreciate that, because the fact is, I remember when I first came in, I was like a minority.
Yeah.
Okay. And like now we're getting more Persian Gulf vets in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Desert Storm. Because the biggest thing is a lot of vets don't get involved when they have children that are going to school. So they wait until they're going to college or
Yep.
out of college before they actually get involved. But the important thing is they have to understand that to move this organization forward, they need to join.
Yeah.
Because we have a voice that is very strong, but the voice gets weak as you start losing members and you doesn't start gaining new members. And the thing is that younger vets look at younger vets. And when you see the organization, in the state, in the nation,
Mhm.
changing the younger vets, you got a better chance of getting these young vets on board. No.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
important to target, the younger veteran. I agree with you, and I've always said it. The target age group that we bring in here is between 40 and 55. Like I'm 44. Guess what? In this organization, I don't feel like I'm a younger veteran. I'm a younger veteran when I'm in this room. And I try to even act younger when I'm in this room because I try to get the old guys to get hyped up because I'll jump around and start hooting and everything else to get them going. But yeah, I agree with you. And I truly believe if we attack this the right way, because if you were 20 years old when September 11th happened, you're 40 now,
Right.
You're 41. So now, and usually your kids are getting older. My kids are all in high school. I have one that's still in fourth grade, so she's still coming up a little bit, but you reach that area where I don't have to drive, you're not driving the soccer practices and baseball games. You have a little bit more time on your hands and you want to get back. But just because you can't come to the post every day doesn't mean you can't become a member.
That's correct.
You can become a member. I have a lot of members. I have 140 members, and I don't see all of them. I think there's still half of them. I think there's 70 probably I've never even met, and I've been the post commander for 5 years.
Right.
I've talked to a lot of them on the phone, but some of them just don't come in. Some of them, do their own thing, but they're members, yearly or whatever, and they always want to come in. But it's important to at least be visible. To your point, get out there in the community, let us be seen, and add value. That's my thing with my post. That's my biggest thing. How do I add value to the people who become members? How can I do that? So
right. Another thing too, when you get the younger vets in, you got to know how to keep them.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like anything else. Like right now, which is I'm really happy with, is our VFW motorcycle riders group.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a chairman.
Yep.
That's basically central Pennsylvania and the western Pennsylvania. I'm trying to get one in the eastern part of Pennsylvania, but we're starting new motorcycle groups up. And what that does, it attracts younger vets that ride motorcycles. You would not believe how many vets ride motorcycles, and they have something in common.
Yeah.
And it really don't have to be motorcycle riding, but the post needs to adjust. A good catch to bring new vets in is a pool league, a dart league. Okay. A 5K run, at certain times of the year. Okay. But as long as they have something to attract the vet, because once you get them in and, you're taking their money, they want to get something for their buck.
Yeah.
And the thing is, otherwise they go right out the back door.
You got to empower them.
Right.
That's what I've always thought of. And I say it to my post members all the time. If you want to do something here, you just got to say it.
Yeah.
You just got, if you're a wood carver and hey, I want to start a wood carving group in the parking lot, go for it. Make little wood ducks all you want. You mentioned the riders group, a VFW near me, post 7878 Valley Forge. They just had they have a riders program. They just had a poker run. They included us. That was a lot of fun. They raffled off a Harley, that was part of it. So and you see them, man, they're all motivated because of that riders group. And I give them a lot of credit for what they were able to do and what they're doing. And, I always say, find your niche, whatever it is that you want to excel at, that you have passionate people about, run with it,
right.
Because that's what's going to make a difference. People are going to see your passion with it and take it from there. So membership, we're going to roll right into community service. I know we talked a little bit about it, all state requirement was to have community service reports in. I was on that call again, just like we talked about the call at the beginning about Voice Democracy, Patriots Pen, no pay to play. For a couple of years, we haven't gotten a lot of these community service reports from Post. Right. Like they're not doing anything, and we know they are.
Right.
So the whole intent on putting it on your all state was let's get them involved and let them do the reports. Talk a little bit about that and how important that is.
Okay. Well, the thing is that Post do things and they don't take credit for it. Okay. So I required for the all state program in the Department of Pennsylvania is to turn in reports on a monthly basis. And the reason for that, I don't care if you're an usher at church. You're in church for an hour. Okay.
Yeah. Or 4 hours for the month.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Or, okay, you're helping out the community. You're going out and you're cleaning up an area.
Yeah.
Okay. When you go out there, that is community service.
Yeah.
And, these posts that wait till the last minute, okay, which some has a fallacy because, I get, oh, well, I don't have to turn anything in until by June.
Yeah.
Well, our program goes from July 1st to April 30th.
Yeah.
For all state. So if you're looking at turning reports in June, you're out of the ballgame.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of times, 6 months down the road, how could you remember what you did 6 months beforehand? I mean, okay, I'm not young anymore, but I got a pretty good memory.
Yeah.
But if I write things down on a daily basis, I can always go back. Okay. So it's important to get your reports in to the department chairperson.
Yeah.
And get credit for what you do for the community. And again, 9 times out of 10, it all has something to do with veterans.
Yeah. So. And I've heard a lot of good things. These reports help you out because at the end of the year, you can say we donated X number of dollars. We put in so many man hours. If you're and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is still true. If you have a volunteer firefighter who's at your post, if he's putting in hours at his firehouse, that counts as community service for the VFW because they're a VFW member and they're doing that community service. They're in the community as a firefighter. So those things are all important. There's a lot of guys. I know my post alone. We have a lot of firefighters. Sure. We claim all their hours. Yeah. We give each one of them like 5 or 6, per member, and we report that time up. I know for All American this year, they want to see a 10% increase from where you were last year.
Right.
And I was just on the membership Monday with Lynn Rolfe a week ago, and I didn't even know where to see where I was because I was questioning, well, where was I last year? What's my total? So I was able to find where I was last year, which lets me know how can I be 10% better if I don't know the mystery number? But there is a way to find it out. Maybe I'll do a quick snip on on Facebook to show everybody how to do that because I thought that was interesting. I didn't know where it was. I don't know if everybody else does. All right, so that covers community service. We touched on membership. I know we'll sit down again at Midwinter, and when we have that event again. But I don't know about you. I think it's going pretty well with what's going on. What we have going on right now. Where are you at?
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. I couldn't be any happier. Yeah. I mean, the thing is that we brought in a brand new membership team, and they are doing amazing. Okay. For them to take time out of their busy schedule, because a lot of them work full time like yourself, but yet you find time to do something to bring in veterans.
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said, I did not run for this position to put All-American cap on or an All-State cap for that matter. But the thing is that these district commanders deserve to be recognized at the end of the year for doing the good work for the veterans and their families. And if they all get the cap, then I guess I deserve it.
Exactly. And we're pushing towards that. I think we have a plan. John Ott, I give him hell, but the guy's doing a good job. He's definitely motivates a team, and he has this with a singular focus. And everything feeds off each other. You know, the community service feeds on the membership.
Right.
The membership feeds on the legislative. You know,
Sure.
the legislative feeds all. So all those things, because the more you're doing legislatively, the more it almost feeds back to membership. It's a circle. It's not we got to focus on one thing. And the reason we talk about membership, because sometimes that's the hardest one. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the sales. You know, some people aren't comfortable in that sales role, like going out and trying to pull people in. Stopping that guy at the Wawa, drink station that got the Vietnam hat on and just asking him, hey, are you a member of the VFW?
Sure.
But some people are even apprehensive and don't want to do that. But as always, sir, I appreciate your time, and I look forward to continuing this on. I will put out, because this is probably going to be the first one we put out, I'm looking for co-hosts. I'm going to put it out on the Facebook page as well. I want about like 6 different people who want to help us out here. I can share screens. We don't have to get together to do this, but we can just get together bi-weekly. It's about an hour out of your time where we're going to start doing these bi-weekly and 4 faces on the screen, and we're going to talk about whatever's going on in the VFW or whatever's going on locally. We can talk about, common news, partnerships, RWB, things like that. I know we talked about that today. Another all-American requirement is make sure we have those partnerships knocked out. We got it to 2 of them this year, but I appreciate your time, and I wish you and your family good health. I want to make sure everybody's safe. It was great to you and your wife and your family here, and it's important that we remember that we're all, we're here doing this, but we all have families, we all have other obligations, but it's good that we can come together and have this, even though today was fun. It was an interesting meeting, guys. When there's a vote at these meetings, let me tell you, it gets heated, but it was a couple votes. So it was good. It was, and I like to see that. Not a bunch of yes people in here. People have opinion, and people want to, push certain things that they're passionate about. But thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Absolutely. All right, guys. I appreciate it. I'll get this post up as soon as possible. And keep checking us out. Share this episode. Share it on your Facebook page. We're trying to get the more views and the more listens we have. That's important. The more people are downloading it, because I'm trying to get on other shows so I can promote this show, so I can promote what we're doing for veterans here in the state of Pennsylvania. So the more we download this show, the more we climb the charts, the better it is for us to be able to get that message out. All right.